is Troy, and I have cystic fibrosis. I also like to go by the name Trikafta Troy every once in a while, because Trikafta is the drug, I should say the miracle drug, that changed my life and gave me a whole new outlook, a whole new way of thinking, a whole new way of understanding how one can live with cystic fibrosis. And I'm starting a YouTube channel in order to share my story and to share your story, to get to know everybody from the CF community. Because for most of my life, I haven't gone out of my way to interact with people with CF, or even to meet people with CF. Yes, when I was younger, I would go to like the yearly CF fundraising marathon at Moraine State Park, and I would enjoy like running around, biking around, jogging with some people, and just experiencing what life had to offer for those of us with CF. Now, I don't remember much of it because I was very young when I went to them, and throughout the course of my life, me and my family slowly stopped going for various reasons, health reasons. I'm sure you know what that means. But back when I used to go there, it was so fun. It was so great getting to meet all these people that had CF and doing the trek down the trail. It was like 7 miles down on your bike, or walking or jogging, however you want to complete it. Then 7 miles back, they would have people follow you with a car to make sure you're okay and that you don't, we have CF, so we're all going to have some issues doing that. And this is far before the time Trikafta or Symdeko or anything of the sorts. Now, there was actually this one time that I was on the trail and I was doing my thing, coming back, I'm all tired and exhausted, and I get back to the camp, and along the way I found a little kitten on the ground. He was so cute. I love cats. Cats are amazing. They're so fluffy, they're so soft, they're such a nice creature. And my pet's name is Mocha. He's amazing. So when I'm coming back from the trail, I reach down and there's this little kitten on the ground. And I'm like, oh, that's so cute. Oh man, I'm like 12 years old or 11 at the time, and I'm like, my heart just melts. Oh my God, it's so cute. So I pick it up and I'm like, hey little buddy, how are you today? Do you have a home? Are you lost? Where's your mommy? I'm just carrying this kid, and I had a little backpack at a time, so I plopped him in there and I start walking him around, and I slowly become, because I'm young and this is a cute cat, I slowly become like, I see it as my little pet. So like, I go up to mom and dad, I'm like, look what I found. I found a cat. My little backpack, I have a little cat and his head's a little poking out. He's like, oh, meow, meow. And it's just so much fun. But my parents are like, you can't keep the cat. We have like a whole bunch of other animals at home. You have a dog, you can't have a cat. And I'm broken up at this point. I'm like, I don't want to leave it here. What am I going to do with the pet? My pet. It was just a cat, unfortunately. It was a very small kitten, probably at 5 months. I'm like, what am I going to do with the pet? And they're like, well, you have to let it go. Oh, I couldn't do that. When you take like an animal and you look at it like your own for that even, hour or two, it's hard to let it go, especially for a young person. So instead, I went and found the closest, I don't know, maybe it was the park trooper or someone that worked at the park, and I take the cat and I'm like, miss, can you take this kitty and put him in a shelter or find him a home? I can't take care of it because my mommy and daddy won't let me take him home. And she was all like, of course, son. And, we went to the trooper's car or whatever it was, a police car, or maybe it was just some random lady. I'm pretty sure I remember it as a police officer of some sort. And so we go to her car, and we're picking up the kitty, and we're like, oh, I'm putting her in the back seat, and I'm breaking down like, oh, I only knew you for like 2 hours, but I really love you. I'm sorry I have to leave you, but you'll be safe. And so she got in the car and drove away with him. I don't know what happened to the cat. I have no idea what happened to the cat, but I'd like to think in my heart that the police lady, or whatever have you, took them home, and he or she lived a long, happy life, enjoying the cat and being a nice little family with the kitty. Or she put him in a, animal care shelter. Something like that. Something that makes me happy and believe that there's good in the world and that people care for animals and want to do the best for the animal, And that's how I've, for the most part, always been. I love animals. Animals deserve to be taken care of, just like us humans. If you're a hunter, that's cool, as long as you do it to feed your family or to supply money for you, like selling the meat. But in all honesty, I've never been a hunter. I don't really like that kind of style of sport, but that's cool. I respect that, and I respect that way of living. And so one day, leading right back into cat stuff, one day my girlfriend and I, she's out at work at she works at a bar area, and she's going to her car, and all of a sudden she looks down and there's like a 3-month-old kitty on the ground, and she picks him up and she just takes him home to the apartment. And I hadn't wanted a cat because I've had many animals in my life up to that point in my life, and they've all passed away. That's unfortunately what happens with animals. They get old really quickly, and they unfortunately just pass away. And I never really wanted another pet, but then my girlfriend brings home the cutest little kitten that I've ever seen in my life. And she brings him up to the door. I had no idea she was bringing him home. I was just sitting there waiting for her to come home, getting dinner ready, getting ready to have a nice dinner. So I set up tonight, and she comes in the door with the cutest cat I have ever seen. And let me tell you, I fell in love like that instantly. It was like, wow. This is what I've been missing for the last 10 or so years of my life. Because I've gone without a pet for quite a long time. And right when I met that kitty, she named him, obviously, because she found him. Because he kind of looks like a little ball of coffee. A little cup of mocha. So we named him Mocha. And I just fell in love. We both fell in love right away. And he's just such a fun-loving kitty. He's not mean or anything. He didn't even seem that feral. She told me that he had lived outside before, when she found him. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure he was like 2 to 3 months old. So we took care of him. He hid for the first 1 or 2 days. But that's what cats do when you bring them home. They go and hide in the corner because they're like, oh, I don't want to see you. Oh, I'm the little scared kitty. Scaredy cat. That's where you get scaredy cat from. They're always scared. They go, you try to find them. You're like, oh, where's my kitty? Oh, where'd you go, Mocha? There's a couch over there just sitting in someone else's property. But we'll use that as an example. So, the cat is always like, crawling around, meow, meow. So he goes and crawls underneath our couch a lot because he was small enough at the time. So he'd always hide there because, cats get shy and they don't want to interact very much until they get to know you. But then we got to know him, and he's such a joy to be around, He's a, excuse me, he's a year and a half now, I believe, give or take. I got him all his shots, neutered, you know. I take him to the vet to get his nails clipped and not, so when you take them to the vet, you always want to see them clipped. You don't want to declaw them. Declawing animals is inhumane, and it's just not good for their overall balance, you know. They have tendons and blood vessels in their nails. You don't want to cut those out because that'll mess with them. They won't know what to really do, and they won't realize they don't have nails that they can climb up. But clipping them, now they don't get in the furniture, now they don't claw, you know, your arms and stuff. That's what you really gotta not do. And so, you know, a couple months later after we get the kitty, me and my girlfriend, unfortunately, we break up, and well, the place that she goes, she can't have a cat, so I keep Mocha, and me and Mocha just become like really, really much closer than we were previously, which we were already pretty close, you know. He loves his daddy, and he loved his mommy. She still comes visit him every once in a while. We still have a pretty good relationship because we see Mocha as our little son, you know. So anytime that she has some free time and that I'm free, I let her come over and visit the kitty, enjoy her time with Mocha. They always cuddle. So he's about 1 year and a half now, and I'm so glad I don't have allergies or any issues with my CF, you know, because some people they can't be around dogs or cats or certain things, certain animals, because of the, you know, allergies or quality of air gets decreased over time. But I have never experienced that issue. So, you know, I just got him chipped and nailed the other week, and he's just such a fun cat. So I guess the whole point of that story was to just share a little bit of my heart and a little bit of where I came from, you know. It's just the tip of the iceberg. That's just a little bit, but it's a good starting point, and I would like to hear from you. You know, I'm not expecting this to go viral or to have 1 million views in 3 days. You know, it's not a big deal. But, you know, you never know what the future holds. You just gotta keep moving, keep going forward, keep breathing. Always breathe. You know, I'm thinking about getting that tattooed on my arm. Probably, maybe the left side will say smile. Right side will say breathe. Smile and breathe. You know, that's all you need in life, and some sunshine. That's why I'm doing this outside. I didn't want to be trapped in the living room making my first video in the dark or with a mask on, or maybe with just voiceover, because I'm a very interactive person. I like to move my body. I like to do things. I like to keep active. And that's just not my style, to stay in the room. So I'm filming this on my iPhone. And that's just the start, but I think it's a pretty good start. So once again, my name's Troy. I also go by Trikafta Troy. I have cystic fibrosis. It's been nice meeting you all. Please comment, like, and subscribe, as they say in the YouTube community. Goodbye.